allowing me to come on and just share a few minutes of what we're really passionate about here at Neolife. And for those of you that I haven't had a privilege or pleasure to meet yet, as Gladys eloquently stated, my name is Cesar Gallarza, and I'm the Director of Sales for Neolife North America here in the US, dialing in from Los Angeles, California. I'm also happily married. We have two wonderful children, and Neolife has been a big part of our family for many years. In fact, I joined in 2005. So in February will be my 17th year serving here at Neolife. And the nutritionals have done wonders for me personally, along with my family. We have twins. So, now that I'm 42 years old, it allows me to keep up with two almost 5-year-olds. And for those of you that have children on this call, they have tremendous energy. So with that, I think I'm going to go and get straight into our topic. I want to first thank Anne and the entire team for inviting me to come on, and also wanted to welcome our guests, those individuals that are with us today, and we appreciate you taking the time to join us. Don't worry, this is not going to be a very long meeting. I don't know how many or how long they told you the meeting was going to be, but it's only about 4 or 5 hours. So I hope you pack the breakfast or lunch, because it's going to be a great call. I'm just teasing. This is going to be about maybe 45 minutes to an hour. We're going to have some fun. We're going to enjoy our time together. We could be anywhere in the world, but we're here. So why don't we enjoy the moment? And so welcome to everybody in the Neolife family, internationally as well, and here in the US. Special shout out. I don't know if she is on the call yet, or hopefully somebody can message her. Susan Mungwawi. I'll try it again, and you guys can correct me, please. I'm learning. Susan Mwangi, brand new manager. So congratulations, Susie. Just stepped up to manager. We're so excited for your success and everything that you're doing in the Neolife team. So well done, Susan, and hopefully we get to hear from her, or she's on the call. Well, with that said, I also have just some quick updates here at North America for our Neolife family. And this is a North American event, but sure, definitely you are all welcome to join us. This is going to be our annual Kickoff Rally, which we're going to be live streaming on YouTube. By the way, this year is not going to be live streamed on Facebook. Very important, because people are asking about that. So the best way is to go to neoliferally.com, get yourself registered. It's completely free. We're in the middle of November, so you have about a month and a half to promote this event. And here we're going to have executives like our founder, Jerry Brasfield, Kendra, some scientific updates from the SAV. We also have some very special guests as it relates to North America's top achievers and success stories. So please don't miss that. You're more than welcome to join us. Of course, the convention is coming up for our North American team that's on the call. I want to extend a personal invitation to you, myself, to join us at the Neolife Convention in Nashville, Tennessee, in July 20 to the 30th. It's going to be an incredible event. And remember, for those of you that are looking at this Neolife business opportunity for the first time, remember that convention is where leaders are born. And many great leaders have been truly inspired at these events. And that's why I want to encourage you all, for many other reasons as well, to join us at this incredible event. And we have some early bird specials. Speaking of specials, we have some promotions here in the North American region. And this is the Very Merry Holiday gift sets that are available now at a 20% savings. This has the 3-step system, which, by the way, I have to confess that I use daily. I love the Nutriance organic skincare line. I don't know that we really talk about it as much as we should, because it's an incredible product, age-defying. It really truly works. And the best thing is it's organic. Well, and you're going to get a free rejuvenating rich cream. The rich cream by itself is a $45 value. The spa bag, the Nutrients bag, we have the spa and bath and body gift set as well. And then we have the Instalift eye gel, which is another great product, especially in the morning. For those of you that are just waking up, if you want to look fresh and your eyes want to be vibrant and you want to look just like alive, fresh as a lettuce, go ahead and put a little bit of that Insta Eye Lift. I believe they have it in the region, both in the Kenyan region as well as we do here in the US. All right, well, those were just some quick little updates on the latest and the greatest here at Neolife North America. Again, welcome to those of you that are just joining us. I'm now going to shift focus. Gladys pretty much just gave me the microphone tonight and said, just take it away, Cesar. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to talk about what I consider here at Neolife the most exciting part about what we do, and that is the business opportunity. Now, what is the business opportunity? I think I'm getting a little feedback or background noise there. Maybe I can, okay, thank you. What does a business opportunity represent? Well, it's a form or fashion, a unique way to help us as individuals satisfy our needs. And as individuals, we have two primary needs. The first one is our health, because without our health, life can be very challenging. It can be very expensive. It can be a very difficult situation for so many reasons. And the other one is our finances, our wealth, our economy. And that's a key factor as well, because just as much as we need oxygen to survive and to breathe, well, we need to have money in our pockets to survive and to live. I understand not everything is about money, but the last time I checked here in the US, Canada, Kenya, wherever you are in the world, everything costs money. And I'm going to talk about a topic that's kind of trending, I should say, in just a second as it relates to our economy here in North America. Well, I have good news for everyone. Success starts here. Neolife was founded in 1958. It's a 60-plus-year-old solid debt-free company that operates in 50 plus countries around the world. If you're looking at this business and you're thinking of expanding, Neolife has got you covered, because here on this call, I believe we have people from the US, from Canada, and other regions, including Kenya. And that's exciting, because at Neolife, we take care of the heavy lifting. What does that mean? Well, in any business that you'd like to start in today's world, there's a lot of things you need, like capital, a warehouse, staff, time, and other things to get your business going, including permits. And that can be very challenging for a person that wants to just start their business for many reasons, including those that I mentioned. So at Neolife, we take care of all of that. We take care of the infrastructure, the delivery, the logistics, the technology, and the apps. I should say our founder, Jerry Brasfield, and our CEO, I think Kendra Brasfield, has just done a tremendous job investing in our company as it relates to technology. In fact, I'll get into some of the apps that we have available and the different tools. But the starting point is right here. If we look at the biggest leaders around the world, all of them had a starting point, and it's called promoter, distributor. This is the first step. $75 can change your life for so many reasons. I think about people like Delmar Carmack, who I have an image of and got a chance to spend some time with him in Cancun, Mexico recently. And his story is pretty much summarized in $75 in a dream. I think it was $49 back then, but $49 in a dream. And today he's a 3-diamond director. So everything that you get in this promoter kit includes, as you can tell, the tray and N, the 2 bars. You also have these tangible tools like the compensation plan book, the getting started manual, catalogs, and so on and so forth, including the incentives booklet. But you also get tools that are digital, like the Team Neolife app and the promoter back office virtual app as well. With the power of technology in today's world, you can be talking to somebody, bring out your cell phone, sign them up on the spot, sell them some product, have them scan your barcode and go visit your website. We live in an incredible time. And here at Neolife, we have a mission. And our mission spans through the 50 plus countries that I just mentioned, and that is to end the trend. When you hear this around the meetings or in the publications or in our corporate page, what does that mean? Well, it means that we have a growing trend of terrible illnesses called chronic diseases, things like cancer, diabetes, obesity, and all these terrible illnesses that are killing our community. Well, we want to end that trend, and we understand we cannot do it alone, because at the end of the day, our goal, our objective is to make this world a happier and a healthier place. And we have tools for that, and we have weapons, and our weapons is our nutritionals, our products that work, that are based in nature and backed by science. But we also have people like you all who are a part of this mission, that are helping us go out there and share and care and love on others, to say, hey, I have an opportunity for you to improve yourself physically or financially. And generally, we talk about ending the trend quite often, as far as I've seen in my 16-year career. But today, I want to focus on another trend that we're seeing here in the US and around the world, and that is the financial trend. Now, just recently in October, we got some statistics that showed here in the US that this thing called inflation climbed 6.2% compared to last year, which is at its highest in the last 3 decades. Now, that's in the last 30 years. And unfortunately, as you can tell here, people are going to food banks. There's a picture of a worker putting sweet potatoes in a container at a warehouse in Alameda County, California, at a food bank. This was on November 5th. And one of the things that food banks are dealing with is an increased demand from families which have been sidelined by the pandemic. And now they're facing new surging food prices and supply chain issues as the holidays approaches. Some food banks actually worry that they don't have enough things like turkeys and cranberry sauce and Thanksgiving items that we normally would have as a result of this inflation and this problem that's being created. Maybe not being created, but this phenomenon. I was on a call earlier today with the team from the UK, and I showed this image. And one of the ladies from the UK says, well, it's not too bad here in the UK. It's only 2.6%. And I said, okay, as far as I'm concerned, 0.1% is too much as it relates to inflation. Because when we talk about inflation, everything costs more. But now we can do a few things as we face this challenge. And one of the things that we can do to combat this inflation trend that's happening around the world is to have an opportunity such as the one I want to talk about today. Now, this trend affects very different ages and stages of our lives. And I want to talk about how it's affecting our 20 and our 30-year-olds here in the US. And one of the things that we find is, most 20 and 30-year-olds, at least the majority of them, lack money or are working at a very low wage employer. We call it minimum wage. And people can't live off of minimum wage. So that can be very challenging for a young individual. Not just that, but you combine it with debt, borrowed money from relatives, maybe credit card debt has been piling up. A lot of college students, of course, are in school and they can't afford the cost of living, the college expenses. The high cost of living and the inflation is, creating so much of a worry for so many young individuals, because at the end of the day, they don't have money to rent their own place or to own a home. And that's why they're living with their parents. And in fact, I was looking at a recent study here in a college called Long Beach State University near Los Angeles. Long Beach State University recently did this article where they found that a percentage of their students at college were sleeping in their car in the parking structure. So they had to get security to take care of that parking structure, because there inside that parking structure are young adults in this age category who are living in their vehicles just to get by. That's basically homeless. So, this is a growing trend and a growing problem. Then we get into 40s and 50s, which, I am, and probably many of you on this call are too. And now we have a family that we need to tend to, right? It's not just us, it's also our children. And that costs money. In fact, healthcare costs begin to rise, because if you have 2 kids, that's 4 people. If you have 3, that's 5, and so on and so forth. So that can be very costly. Then we have a lot of families that don't have maybe very low or little, if not zero, savings in their accounts. And that means that they don't have no security. Now, that can be a huge challenge, because there was a study that was conducted where they found that a lot of families within this age category didn't have at least $1,500 in their bank account to take care of an emergency, such as their vehicle being, needing repairs, or maybe an emergency at home, somebody broke their arm, needs care. So those types of things can be very scary in today's world. Many adults and families are unemployed, or maybe recently or due to the pandemic have lost their jobs. You also include the high cost of family living, inflation, and how much it costs to rent or own a home. And then finally, the golden years. Many of us work our entire lives because we want to end up around 60 or 70 years old and say, it is time to retire. Well, guess what? Unless you've had a good, solid opportunity such as this one, an extra uh, flow of income, stream of income, or a side business, whatever you want to call it, then it could be very challenging because we find a lot of individuals and couples and families during this age have increased healthcare costs, especially if they're dealing with a chronic illness, such as some of the ones I mentioned earlier. And that's why the nutrition is so important through every single stage of our lives as it relates to our health, but also as it relates to our economy, to our financial situation. These tend to climb. Unfortunately, a lot of older individuals in their golden years have very low or zero retirement savings, and therefore are asking their children for money to get by, or maybe living with their kids or assisted living. Here in the US, a lot of times people say, well, I'll just get Social Security, which is a government payment at the tail end of your life, 60s and 70s retirement phase. But it's simply not enough. It is not enough to get by, and it is not enough to eat and to live in today's world here, especially in California and other states around this country. Of course, the high cost of living, the family living is very expensive. And unfortunately, it's very sad to see a lot of individuals in their 60s and 70s still have to work, not because they love their job or their career so much, but simply because they need that income to get by and to live and to survive. So if you all see this growing trend through the different stages of our lives, it could be a very scary, scary situation. Now, please, I hope you all didn't log on to tonight's meeting and are probably thinking, well, I'm just hearing bad news. Cesar is just sharing the worst news. This is my worst day, getting up in the morning and hearing all these terrible things. Well, guess what? Those were the bad news, but I do have some good news. And that we have an opportunity to take care of every single stage of your life. As I mentioned, whether it's 20, 30, all the way up to 70 years old. In fact, I get excited about this business opportunity because I work with individuals in their 70s, 75, 80 is very common in our business to still be working this business out of sheer love and passion to serve others and to help people. That's their way of giving back. And you can do that here at Neolife. So the first thing, if you're taking your notes, draw a little circle and put the word you right in that middle circle. And the reason why we say that is because it starts with you. Your efforts is very important in this business, but your why, the cause, the objective, the reason. What is it that you seek and desire that you haven't probably achieved it yet? What is it that keeps you up at night thinking about, that doesn't let you sleep? Well, guess what? That why is the first step to starting your business, because should you ever want to quit, that is the reason why you started your business in the first place. From there, let's go ahead and follow the 3 daily success habits. I was just on a call prior to this one with one of our 2 diamond directors, Louis Smith, and his team. And, we were talking about some of the things that Louis does daily, and other leaders around the world as Judith. We have Josephat, just so many incredible leaders, Charlie Bolton. And, they follow these habits every single day. Number one, the product. Why is that important? Well, we just talked about the seriousness of not taking care of ourselves as it relates to our financial situation. Well, using the products not only builds confidence in you, but you just feel better. People notice it. You notice it. You get up with just the desire to go out there, with the hunger to have success, and you have energy. You're vibrant, and that's important in your business, because unfortunately, a lot of people struggle in their business because they simply don't feel well, and that's understandable. So using the product is very key. Using it consistently, I would put a little asterisk next to that. Number 2 is to share the product. Just like I'm sharing tonight on this call, share your story, share the cellular nutrition, let people know that you have a business. I have a little saying, maybe you write it down, and that is, a closed mouth is a closed business. Therefore, if you're not out there talking to people, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but you're not going to get paid. You're not going to make money. You're not going to build a business. That's why I encourage you to talk to at least 3 single people every 3 single new people every single day. So share your story, share your product, and share your business. Do not be embarrassed to let people know, or shy about the fact that you're the CEO of your organization, that you're the president of your company. And that's really important, and that's exciting. And the third one is personal development. You see, this is a never-ending journey of growing and developing. And I look at this quite simply as a plant. I'm a big plant person, and love the garden, and I always look at the trees and the plants and the flowers, and I think if I stop giving them water, they'll dry up. And in fact, we're very similar as human beings. If we stop learning, if we stop hearing things about the product, the company, the testimonies, if we stop being logging onto these meetings and just stop growing in our minds, then we tend to dry up. We will dry up as well. And of course, from there, the next step is quite simple, and that is to help 12 people change their lives physically. And when I say change their lives physically, I mean, think about right now, if you close your eyes and you thought about 12 people that came to mind quickly in your mind that are tired, that are stressed, that are maybe dealing with some health challenges. Maybe they're healthy and they want to stay healthy, or athletes, or maybe they're in school and kids and they want to keep their immunities up. Those are your first 12 customers. And it's interesting because 12 customers is not a hard task if you really think about it. It just means a dozen people that are willing to listen to you, that trust you, that don't care about Neolife, but they care about you and they care about getting better. Those are your 12 customers right there. Having 12 customers, you become what we call here at Neolife, for your notes, a senior manager. A senior manager means that you're getting paid, you're getting bonuses every single month. And now you have a small business of a small group of clientele of 12 people. That's exciting. From there, you follow the 3 daily success habits and you duplicate yourself through 3 individuals. In fact, again, do you know 3 people right now, as I mentioned, who are tired of this inflation, who want to make more money, who maybe lost their job, or are not making enough money to get by or make ends meet? Well, guess what? Maybe some successful people that want to make more money. I do. A friend of mine said, "Hey, would you be interested in hearing about this business opportunity?" And I said, what is it about? He said, "Don't worry about it. I'll give you all the details later. But do you want to make some more money?" I said, "I'm open to listening." Absolutely. Who does not? So you find 3 people who are willing to learn, who are coachable, and who are hungry. And by doing so, you help them do the same. Now, I want to just kind of pause for a second here, because sometimes we hear this and we probably heard it a whole lot of times. And I just want to ensure that everybody is following what I'm saying. You do, they do. You learn as you're learning today. What you learn then becomes action, right? You do what's necessary to have that success. So you do it. And now that you've done it, you can let your team know or teach them what they need to do. That is called leading by example. And that's why you should start with a couple of customers so that your team members could say, "Hey, listen, well, you have your customers as well." By having 3 promoters, each with 12 customers, you will become a director. Here at Neolife North America, directors earn an average of $15,000 a year, plus incentive, plus rewards, and plus so much more. $15,000 is about $1,200 to $1,300 a month. Somebody here could probably tell me how much that is in shillings, in Kenyan shillings, but that's a pretty nice amount of income coming into your household every single month, simply by doing what? Helping people get healthy, helping people have more energy, providing solutions for our community. In other words, what I'm saying here through this business opportunity that gets me excited is that we get paid to talk. We get paid to talk. It's simple as that. And by sharing and caring on others, you will be rewarded. Those are called blessings. So $15,000 a year, 20% sales volume bonuses coming every month. I see here 120,000 Kenyan shillings. Okay, there you go. That's not too bad, right? 120,000, that's 15,000 a year. That's a pretty nice income right there. Next, you can also earn incentives and rewards and recognition, such as the car bonus. We have Leadership School, which is a unique experience here in the US and North America. Our founder, Jerry Brasfield, invites you to the Brasfield Estate Winery in the Clear Lake Valley, Clear Lake, California, which is near Napa Valley. They call it wine country. It's a very prestigious VIP destination. And this is a personal home where you go and you learn from incredible leaders. And basically leadership school is where leaders are supercharged. So if you have which I believe you do in your region in Kenya, we do have here in the US for our North American team, don't miss the leadership school. Ours is coming up March of next year. It's just an incredible, exciting event and a great way to grow your business and to be inspired. Well, for most people, this would probably be enough. And I really don't want to overwhelm our guests and our listeners on the call today. But from this point forward, it's you do and you get. I call it the WIIFM for your notes. I'll say it one more time. WIIFM. That's the frequency, and it stands for what's in it for me. Well, guess what? Once you have learned what it takes to become a director, the next step is to help people become a director by duplicating yourself and your effort through others. Yes, it takes time. Yes, it takes mentoring. Yes, you're going to have some people that may be discouraged or maybe not see the vision, but that's your job to help them and inspire them, not just to become customers, not just to, have more energy, but to make some money. So one of the things that you'll find in this business is that those individuals who get paid in their first 30 days, in other words, what I'm saying is, if you can help people make money in this business within their first 30 days, you're going to become a diamond. Because statistics show that when people get started in our industry, in our business, if they get paid in their first 4 weeks or so on the average, they get inspired. Don't worry about how much, that's irrelevant. The point that an entrepreneur can start their business and make a paycheck in the next 30 days inspires people to say, hey, I got something here in my hands. If I now apply myself more and I work twice as hard, I can earn twice as much. And that's why I love this business. And that's why I get excited about the Neolife business opportunity. By helping 3 people become a director, now you have 3 directors. That we call a one Ruby director size business. We call it the World Team. Here at North America, the World Team earn an average of $37,000 a year. That's about $3,000 a month, plus incentive, plus rewards, plus so much more. When I look at this image, I think of people that I'm working with, such as you all that I'm supporting, Rachel Maina in Team Blessing and Josephine Marango in Team Blessing. They're making roughly $3,000 a month. They've only been in this business for about a year and a half. So, the potential is there, the possibility is there, but yes, we have to work very hard. And that's a key thing when you look at our industry. Let's not forget what it's called: network marketing. People forget that work part. So that's really important. World Team members at North America Neolife earn leadership development bonuses. We also have step up bonuses, which means that every single time that you step up in your business, you also have additional incentives, additional rewards that you receive each step of the way. And we have something that's called the World Team Vacation. Just recently, we had an opportunity to visit Cancun, Mexico. This was last month. Actually, these images here were in Maui, in Hawaii. That's partial group of our World Team. There in the back, you could actually see Kendra. Somebody spotted here, kind of like the Where's Waldo book. Okay, right here in the back. That's Kendra right there, if you notice on the little pointer. Chelsea Clark and other of our World Team members. We also have individuals like you and I, average people, including individuals who are professionals. There on the bottom left, we have Barbara Chichester, who's the director of nursing. She does this business part-time, just recently retired, has been doing this business now for like 15, 20 years. Now she's a retired director of nursing with an additional income and travel rewards. So, hey, that's just one example. But I also have some other examples here that I was just mentioning. There's Josephine Marango and Kenneth Wandita and Rachel Maina on the a special VIP yacht that was rented by the company at the we went to a catamaran in Cancun, Mexico. We also got a chance to go snorkeling underwater and check out the corals and the fish and all the beautiful things under the water. And I'm showing you these images because this is the same opportunity that's available to you in Kenya, in the US, and Canada. And, it's exciting because you also have a chance to rub shoulders and meet individuals like Delmar Carmack, who I was talking about earlier. His saying is $49 in the dream. That's how he got started. And in fact, it's interesting because I was talking to him, and, he has so much wisdom, and he's very approachable and very humble, very successful too. And he was saying that back in the 1990s, he was earning anywhere between $40,000 and $50,000 a month. And I thought that was incredible. Not just that, but we also went to the Diamond Retreat. So following the World Team Vacation, when you reach President's Team, you get invited to another week or so at what's called a Diamond Director Retreat. And this picture on the left was in a place called Zoetry, which is a very exclusive destination in Puerto Morelos, which is a very exclusive part of Mexico. That's a private area. Not anybody can get in there. And there he is. And that qualifies as working his business. Does he look like he's working a business? Does he look like he's sweating or, lifting heavy boxes up in his 70s or 60s? No, he's having a wonderful time. And he loves this business so much that he does it out of passion, out of joy. This is a little bit of a bigger picture here as I get ready to close my segment for tonight. And this is the 4 Ruby director size model of a President's Team member here in North America, earning an average of $120,000 plus incentives, travel, exclusive VIP destination invitations like the Silverado, which is a yacht that's owned by our founder, Jerry Brasfield. So there's just so many rewards once you achieve 4 Ruby director. But let's not forget, and I hope we're not getting a little caught up with everything I'm talking about here, that it starts with you getting started, your why, and then one person at a time. So this is a process, but my point with this is that it is possible. You see, by producing an extra income as a promoter, you can have a very comfortable lifestyle. And all of our greatest leaders in the world all said yes to the Neolife business opportunity. They stayed consistent. They were willing, they were coachable, and they were hungry. So if I told you, hey, if we work very hard for the next 3, 4, maybe 5 years, and at the end of those 5+ years, you end up with $120,000 a year for the rest of your life, my question to you is it worth it? Yes, I can tell you it is worth it, because I understand and I know, being in this business for some time, that people are very easily discouraged by a no, by somebody maybe judging them, by somebody maybe not believing in them, or in fact, in many cases, even making fun of them. So in closing, I want to leave you with some quick notes here, especially for our guests that are on the call. I've had just a great time being on this call with the team. And I just want to end, of course, by encouraging you all to get started today. You have nothing to lose and everything to earn, everything to win, everything to gain. Should you decide to say yes? That I call it the getting mad. MAD stands for making a decision. And, I think about this as a father. I look at my children, and for those of you that have children, and I'm not getting off the topic, I'm staying on the topic, but here's why I'm mentioning this, of staying hungry and being ambitious and not caring and being so focused on your why. I look at our kids when we go to the store, as we're getting ready to pay, in the cashier, they have all the chocolates and the chips and all the sweets. They're right in the cashier because vendors know that children see that, they put it on the cart, and the parents have to buy it, right? So here's my son, and I say, no, baby, sorry, we're not going to get that today. And he says, come on, Papa. And I said, no, baby, we can't do that. And then he starts to jump and scream, and I get embarrassed, and I'm thinking, okay, sorry, mijo, we can't, let's go, come on, we're not going to get it. And then he throws himself on the floor and he's kicking, and they call that a tantrum. And you that have children understand what a tantrum is about. And it's interesting that as adults, we forget that we should be having tantrums every day about the things that we want. You see, somewhere down the line, we forgot that hunger, we forgot that desire, and we're always thinking about who's watching or what they're going to say about us. Who cares? It does not matter. And my point with that is, let's throw a tantrum. Let's get mad. If you're happy with your current situation, I commend you, because not too many people can say that. If you wake up in the morning dying to go to work, so excited that you knock on the boss's door ready to get in, again, I commend you, because not a lot of people can say that. But if you have a strong desire to change your situation, I have very good news for you, because your circumstance, your current situation, is not your final destination. And that's why I'm excited. And that's why I'm here on a Sunday evening, 8 p.m. my time, still excited about this business opportunity after having a couple of Zoom meetings prior to this. So please have a big dream, dream big. And again, that's the why that I talked about earlier today. Be excited, share that dream, share that passion, share your story, share the product, share the company, share it with people with a desire to inspire them. Don't just sign them up. Don't just sell them a product. That's not what we do here. I want to just kind of make sure that people don't misunderstand what I'm saying. We don't sell products. We sell a lifestyle. And that's what we do here at Neolife North America. When you're out there sharing this opportunity, I'll give you a quick example. Let's say I was your neighbor and I knocked on your door and I said, hey, I have a diamond mine in my backyard and I need your help to dig it out. And together we're going to get rich and we're going to be, so happy and change so many lives and help so many people. Come on, let's go. If I knocked on your door right now and I said that to you, would you help me? Most of you would if I was your neighbor. So I'm excited about that, right? But what if I knocked on your door and I said just, sluggishly, hey, I got this gold mine in my backyard and, I need a little help. And would you be willing to come and try and help? And, only if you got some time. You know what my neighbor's going to say, or you're going to say? Stop wasting my time. So be passionate, be excited, be positive, because all of that is contagious. Next, develop a list of names with your upline. As soon as you get started, even before you get your product or your kit, put a list together of the people like I mentioned earlier on the call, that could really use this nutrition, that could really use your help, that's looking for what you have. Put them on the list. Also, business partners, people who that could use this business, that are looking for an extra income, that probably are retired or laid off, or or maybe dealing with some financial hardships. Offer them this opportunity, because as I was talking about it earlier today, this inflation situation, this phenomenon that we're seeing here in the US, by prices growing 6.2%, highest in the last 30 years, is not going away. And it's not just the US, it's going to be across the globe. And I'm not on this call trying to scare people, but you all have seen the prices go up. So hey, people are hungry for an opportunity right now. They're looking for a way to make an extra income. Third, one of the things that you'll learn with this team, since we have incredible leaders on this call, is that by you contacting your upline sponsor, director, world team, or president's team member, and you say to them, I would like to learn how I can contact my list of names, they are willing to teach you. It just takes you picking up the phone or sending a WhatsApp and scheduling a little meeting and a training, and you will learn how to contact people, what to say to them, how to handle objections. Sometimes people are going to say no. Well, we have an answer for that. The other day, a lady said to me, hey, Cesar, these products are too expensive. I said, really? You think they're expensive? She said, they're really expensive. I said, well, with all due respect, what do you consider expensive? And she gave me the price. She said the amount. And I said, did you know it's more expensive to not be healthy and have health challenges? Did you know it's expensive to go to doctor's visits? And did you know medication is very expensive? And by the way, did you know that it's very expensive having to go back and forth to get treatment? And her eyes just opened up and she said, actually, they're not that expensive. So that's just one example of how you can manage these objections and learn to follow up with people. If you want to have success, you must commit yourself tonight to sponsor 3 new people every single month. That's the key to success. There's no secret formula. By you getting new people into your business, prospects, new recruits, whatever you want to call them, started in your business, I promise you, your business will grow. I think about Mr. Brassfield, Jerry, sharing a story at one of the executive meetings, talking about how he would take 10 beans on one hand, 10 beans in the morning before leaving to work or leaving to go out and do his business. And his goal every single day was to talk to 10 people. And he said that he committed himself not to go home until he talked to 10 people. And he was accountable to himself. And he was talking about one night where he had talked to 9 people and he had 1 bean left, because what he would do is every time he would talk to someone, he would take one of those 10 beans from the right pocket and put it in the left pocket, just to kind of gauge how many beans are left for the day. And he said that it was like 11 p.m. at night and he had 1 bean left and there was nobody to talk to. So he went to the gasoline station, which was the only place that was open because he needed gas. Back then, they would pump the gas for you. And he mentioned this individual was pumping gas for him. And Jerry started talking to him. Jerry Brasfield started talking to him and ended up signing him up. The last person of the day. You just never know. 3 people every single month. Again, I know you hear this often, and I think you're going to hear it again. But if you want to have success in this business, you must attend all your team events, company events, experience meetings, trainings, one-on-ones, conventions, conference calls, Zoom meetings, and not just join the call. Yes, it's nice to have you on the call. It's nice to always see the leaders log on and continue to learn. That's beautiful. But if we're trying to build a business, we need to invite guests. We need people to hear the information that was shared today. In fact, some of you are probably thinking, man, I wish they were on the call tonight listening to this right now. Man, they would have been so inspired. Well, we can't change that. They're not here on this call, but you have an opportunity from now until the next call to get some guests to listen to this information, because sometimes they have to hear it from somebody else. I'll give you an example. I'm going to go back to Louis, because I was just talking to Louis Smith right before this call, but he was talking about a time where he invited a guest to a meeting back in South Africa, and he went to the meeting, and when he saw this speaker come up, he said, oh my goodness, I can't believe he's going to be speaking today. He's thinking this in his head, right? Louis has his guest there. He's thinking in his mind, oh, this person is just a terrible speaker. There goes my guest. And he's already thinking that the guest is just not going to be interested. Well, this person goes up, he speaks, and then when they leave the meeting, the person says to Louis, that was an amazing speaker, incredible. I want to get started tonight. So again, you never know when your guest hears some of our dynamic guests on the line that can share information which will truly inspire them. Finally, I want to encourage you all to carry on and to continue to strive to achieve your dreams. Don't give up. It's never too late. I've seen a whole lot of people give up in this business, give up on their dreams, but I've never seen anybody quit. I've never seen anybody quit, and I've never seen people fail. But give up on their dreams? Absolutely. So don't give up on your dreams. If you're just getting started in the business tonight, I commend you, and please let me be the first to welcome you to the Neolife family. And if you've been in the business for some time, and you want to get back in the game, it's never too late, because tomorrow is another day. In fact, today is another day for you all. 365 opportunities a year. And not only that, but please help others achieve their dreams. You see, that's the secret formula, or the secret recipe, if you were looking for one on this call. And that is to go out there and help people, inspire them through your story, through your wisdom, through your knowledge. Ask them to take a leap of faith and to trust you, and to know that you truly care about them, and that your heart is in the right place, and that you're not just trying to make a buck or trying to sell a product. If you do that one person at a time, something will happen, because what you give is what you get. And when you give love and attention and time, and you're humble about it, and you do it regardless of the outcome, soon, one day, you too will be blessed. In closing, I want to say thank you once more to the entire team that's on the call tonight. And, Gladys, everybody that's on the call, thank you for allowing me to share just a little bit about myself and what we do here at Neolife as it relates to the business opportunity. I want to encourage our guests that are on the call to get started tonight and to make a difference in your lives and your family, and to join our cause of helping to make this world a healthier and happier place. With that, I'm going to turn it back over to your host, Gladys. Thank you once more for allowing me to join you tonight.